take on some of the higher teachings on the spiritual journey, we have to make sure that we're a person of integrity, that we are in integrity to our authentic self. So I'm going to talk about today 4-ish signs that you might see if you're on your way to being a person of spiritual integrity. I did a thing. It's nice, isn't it? Still needs some adjusting, but it's a good start, I'd say. So 4 signs that we might notice inside of ourselves if we're on a path to integrity. Integrity is important for the spiritual journey because we must be true to ourselves, isn't it? We want to be living a life of our heart's desires, and to do that it requires us to make sure that we really are the person that we say we are, or at least making steps to be that person. The first sign that you are experiencing if you are on your way to being a person of integrity is this. You recognize, perhaps, that the right action equals the right feeling. Well, what do I mean by that? I mean, it's all about your intention. So if we have the right intention, you are going to feel good. Anybody could say anything to you and say, oh no, I don't believe in what you're doing or whatever. But so long as your intention is right and you're doing it from a place of service and you're trying to help other people, then it feels good. And also, you don't care what other people think because you know inside of your heart that you are perhaps in alignment with your divine purpose, perhaps, inside of yourself. And so right action equals right feeling. Number 2, conversely, we begin to recognize through our experience of life that the wrong action equals the wrong feeling. And we know this inside of ourselves, don't we? We've all made mistakes. We're human. That's part of the path. But if we hurt somebody, or if we manipulate, try to control too much, it's going to leave a residue in the system, perhaps of guilt, of shame. And a lot of us in this human realm tend to walk around with all of that piled on our backs. And no wonder then we end up with so many mental health problems and diseases on this planet. I don't mean the catchable ones. I just mean most disease starts with dis-ease in the body, doesn't it? Stress and things like this. This is what causes some things like cancer, for example, or dementia and things like this. I'm not saying it's the only reason, but by golly, it's definitely a reason for these things. And so we notice, of course, then, that the wrong action through our experience of life causes the wrong feeling, perhaps guilt and shame. And so we want to just check our intentions, isn't it? Before we act, we want to check our intention. Is there a me in this? Am I trying to get something out of this? If I am, I'm going to be adding to my karma, and I'm going to be adding to my negative feelings inside, potentially, and also I might hurt the other person too. Number 3. We recognize on the path to integrity that action is key, but it has to be aligned action, doesn't it? So what on earth is Jamie talking about now? Well, some of you will recognize, if you listen to other spiritual teachers and leaders in this world, that we must act, right? And we want to act from that place of inspiration. This is kind of what we mean in relationship to inspired action, but also aligned action inside of ourselves. We want to be acting from that state of being of passion. That's what they mean when they say follow your passion. They're not talking about things outside, they're talking about things inside, that passionate state of being which is cultivated by ourself, or that aligned state of being which is cultivated by ourselves. And sometimes we recognize we have to work hard to get there, although yes, it is our natural state of being. And sometimes the spiritual ego might come in the comments and say, yeah, but Jamie, we're already that natural state of being of wonder. And I'm like, yeah, and how's it going for you staying there? we recognise it's difficult to stay in that state of being, isn't it? And so we have to sort of chip away at our karma and do the work that's necessary, and we call that in yoga sadhana. Sadhana just means your daily spiritual practice to bring about the highest aliveness of energy and intensity of feeling in the system. Because when we feel good, great things happen for us, and then we can create great things for other people and serve people in the best way possible and serve at the biggest level possible for us. Okay, if you want as well, down below there is some free breathing practices that you're more than welcome to engage in. There's some free yoga. There's also a free community either on Facebook or Discord, something we started recently, so that's fun and exciting and people are joining in on there, so that's good. But also down below you can sign up for the awakening coaching or the private coaching that I'm doing. The coaching itself isn't free, but the application form is free. Fill it out if you want, and we'll see if we're a good match. Back to the video. The fourth thing I want to say on this, the fourth sign that we might recognize that we're in integrity, or at least we're on the path to being somebody of integrity, a man of integrity, is that we recognize that there's a link between intention and self-esteem. What do I mean? Well, if I have bad intentions, I'm going to feel rubbish. Unless I don't have a conscience, in which case I think we call those people, I don't know, what is it? Psychopath? Sociopath? I don't know, one of the two. But if we don't have a conscience, I'm sure everybody has a conscience, really. But to the degree that we're aware of the pain that we're causing other people, we'll certainly begin to not want to do that because it affects us. When you hurt another, you hurt yourself. Why? Well, because when you hurt another, deeply ingrained in you is the karma of insecurity, isn't it? And therefore we're already hurting and we'll continue to hurt ourselves and other people. It's a vicious cycle that we want to snap out of, and that's why we do the sadhana, the yoga, because it's great, because it just makes us feel good. When we feel good, we don't want to hurt other people, ever. Well, not ever. Maybe your girlfriend rubs you up the wrong way one day and you'll have a boxing match or something of words. I don't mean a physical one. But apart from that, most of the time, that keeps us feeling good and out of trouble. But there is a link between intention and self-esteem. If I create good actions, if I serve people wholeheartedly and from a wholesome place, and there's less of me in it and it's more about the other people, it feels great. And if I keep doing great things in myself and for other people, then I feel incredible. Nobody could tell me anything, oh, you're an idiot. When I'm like, well, then great. I love being an idiot because it feels so good. Service is the way to eternal happiness, I would say. At least that's my experience, and I get glimpses of it now and then I forget again and do my own silly thing and think it's all about me, and then realise, oh my God, no, it's not. None of this is about me or you or whatever. It's about serving the whole with the natural gifts that we've been given by God or life or creation, even if we judge it, which I have done a lot of. Okay, different video than normal. I need to buy some more lights, clearly, because this is quite dark without lighting, and move that down. But thank you for watching this video. I hope it helps. So have a good evening. Namaste.